let's not wait any longer. Here is the 7th group stage match right now on the live set. Apriamashvili and Rentao.
Apriamashvili საქართველოდან მიხარია როდესაც ვარ ამ ძალიან დიდ ივენტზე ბარსელონაში და ძალიან ბედნიერი ვარ ამ ყველაფრით. მე წარმოვადგენ FC Barcelona-ს და ამ ტურნირზე თამაში არის ძალიან მნიშვნელოვანი შეთვის, რადგან ჩემი ძმა Barcelona-ს გულშემატკივარია და მეც ბავშვობიდან Barcelona ერთ-ერთი ჩემი საყვარელი კლუბია, ამიტომ ძალიან მნიშვნელოვანი ამ ტურნირზე თამაში. ჩემი აზრით ყველა თამაში რთულია, ოთხივე თამაში რთულია, იქიდან გამომდინარე, რომ ჩემი აზრით ანუ არ ყავს ამ ტურნირს ფავორიტი მოთამაშე, რადგან ყველა მოთამაშე ძალიან ძლიერია და მან თავიანთი შესაძლებლობები უკვე დამტკიცებული აქვს. მისგან ველოდები პირველ რიგში ჩემთვის თავს, ვფიქრობ, რომ ის ძლიერი ოპონენტია ჩემთვის. 2022 წელს ის მსოფლიოს ჩემპიონი გახდა და აქედან გამომდინარე მისგან ველოდები ძალიან ძლიერ და სანახაური ფეხბურთს. რაც შეეხება ამ მოთამაშეს, ვფიქრობ, რომ ძლიერი ოპონენტია ასევე, მისგან ასევე ველოდები ძლიერ და შემტევ ფეხბურთს და იმედი მაქვს, რომ სანახაობრივ მატჩი გვექნება და მაყურებელი ისიამოვნებს ჩვენი თამაშით. აქედან მინდა მოვიკითხო ჩემი ოჯახი, რომლებიც ყველაზე მეტად გულშემატკივრობენ და ჩემი ნათესავები, მეგობრები და მინდა რომ მათ იმედები არ გაუცრო და შეძლო გამარჯვება.
Olá, meu nome é Renato Graciano, conhecido como Rentão, sou campeão mundial de futebol 24. É um prazer enorme estar aqui jogando no Barcelona, jogando mais um presencial, valendo vaga, né, para disputar o bicampeonato do Mundial. Eu tenho um sonho de conseguir ser bicampeão mundial, eu acredito que eu consigo, eu tenho qualidade para isso. E eu cheguei mais uma vez, já é o meu segundo gol de falas nesse futebol 26. Então acredito que vai dar tudo certo. Para mim representar uma história, né? Porque o Barcelona é um clube onde teve vários jogadores, várias lendas brasileiras aqui, como o caso do Ronaldinho, entre outros jogadores. Eu acho que o mais difícil acho que todos os adversários são difíceis, com certeza. A Apriamashvili eu não conheço muito a gameplay dele, sei que ele foi campeão da Europa, conheço o irmão dele, a gameplay. Vai ser um jogador que eu acho que pode surpreender. Provavelmente, eu não sei qual esquema que ele joga, provavelmente deve jogar com 5 zagueiros, igual o irmão. Mas acho que pode ser um jogo ali complicado, interessante. Um adversário que eu realmente não conheço ali, eu nem cheguei a observar como ele joga. Então acho que pode ser uma partida bem interessante para mim.
Welcoming to the stage, the 2024 eFootball Mobile World Champion, Rentao. And a name you might recognize from last year, Apriamashvili from Georgia. The reason you might recognize the name is not because of Ucha Apriamashvili, who is here, but he's the brother of Nika, who won the 2025 Inter-Club event in Milan. His brother, according to Ucha, is his main role model, but there's so much sibling rivalry, sibling adoration here in eFootball. These two would love to rise out of the shadow of those around them.
Yeah, I mean, who better to practice with as well than your brother? I mean, I still remember playing my brothers growing up, and there was no love lost. You know, you'd be fighting for every goal, and then fighting physically after it if you lost. So, but I do feel like that Rentao is actually, like, he's pretty much summed up this for us in the video, in the interview, saying that he doesn't know much about Apriamashvili, and that can be dangerous, and it can be, you know, he could cause a surprise here. Rentao, I mean, I'm sure Apriamashvili knows a lot about Rentao in terms of he's probably analysed, there's a lot of gameplay out there of him when he was winning that World Championship. There's a lot of stuff there from 2024, and I do feel that if he's looking to make history, that's a huge target to put on your back, because there's a lot of guys lining up here just to get a chance at what he's already accomplished. that adds a bit of, you know, expectation there as well. And when you're playing against somebody that you don't know that much about, you don't know their formation, their tactics, they can throw you a bit of a haymaker in a match like this.
Indeed, the man on your screen trying to follow in the footsteps of Juninho, his countrymate. In more ways than one, of course, Juninho reigning world champion of mobile, but also last year's champion of this competition. You would love to repeat the feat. But first things first, has to start his campaign off well. Has already drawn 2-2 in his first match of the group stages. Now has a chance to take the stage, and that is where he thrives. He faces Amashvili, who is in possession now with Ferran Torres on that far side.
Side netting. I was getting a bit worried there. I didn't know where that ball was after going. It's just a half chance really coming in from the corner.
Something that's been spoken about for some time, really. Well, I'll come back to that as Amashvili gallops forward here with Marcus Rashford, or perhaps just goes too far.
Yeah. He just forgot to shoot there, I think.
Something that's been spoken about for some time is who can be the first to win multiple world championships. We've seen it on console with how long the game has been out. You know, the likes of Gifera, as Maccabil Etorito. Mobile, because it's been released so recently, relatively speaking, we're looking for that someone to kind of step out and say, you know what, I'm the best at this game. And to do so, winning multiple world championships is something that is being chased by, well, Rentao, who is on the ball now. As well as, of course, countrymate Juninho. Ferran Torres in the box here for Rentao. Gets back to him here as well as, Lamine Yamal was arriving.
It's lovely play. Now Rentao was sitting in a little bit now. He soaked up the early pressure, and now he's just holding the ball here and waiting for those chances, waiting for the off-the-ball movement.
Ferran Torres into Marcus Rashford, tries the controlled strike. Balde, but Amashvili stepping up nicely.
It's patient build-up from both of these guys, I think.
Yeah, I mean, we're at the half an hour mark, and we haven't really seen either go full throttle just yet.
I think the first goal is super important though in most of these games, because it does change the flow of the game, where you can kind of either push on and you know that you can take a few more opportunities if you get them, and take a few more chances maybe, knowing that you're still going to only be drawn. So that's why I think you do see a bit of caginess at the start, and then when a goal goes in, it just kind of turns a bit crazy.
Oh, we're 10 minutes from the half-time break. Rentao in the change strip. Moving forward here with Marcus Rashford. Oh, that's a nice ball to Lamine Yamal. And there's the goal that opens our scoring here.
It's a beautiful goal. The cutback is insanely talented there, just to kind of see that pass. He waited for it, gave a little give and go, and not as much of a passionate outburst as we saw from earlier on the stream from his fellow Brazilian. But I do feel like that's kind of an inner, that was a nice bit of movement for me. Just untracked run. Beautiful little slip, wasn't it, Harry?
Yeah, that's really nice. To have the vision is one thing, but to execute is another. Really nice inside run.
Mal's not going to miss many of those from that position. Like, it's just brilliant. There's the celebration. The Samba style is starting.
Aha, look at that.
There's the celebrations.
It's a little homage to the reigning world champion, Juninho. We spoke about him earlier on. Champion of this competition last year. And countrymate of Rentao. So the 2024 world champion, one to the good as half-time. Is almost upon us here. Rafinha trying to maintain possession and maintain the attack for Rentao, but the referee has seen enough. Amashvili is on the ropes here in the group stages against the 2024 World Champions.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's the champ for a reason, isn't he? He's shown it, like he's holding the ball just a little bit above his midfield and just trying to probe and see. He was waiting for that chance. He got one chance and he got a goal out of it. And he'll do the same in this half if he's able to. It's a patient build-up and then pulling the trigger.
That's what we'll be looking for. Rentao, red cursor, white shirt, up against the home strip of Apriamashvili of Georgia. Frenkie de Jong. Rare chance to see what Apriamashvili is capable of. Of course, had that really good chance where he just didn't see any kind of strike with Marcus Rashford earlier on in the first half. But Rentao, since then, has grown and grown, and he has gotten his goal.
Very patient, very controlled from Rentao, isn't it? Like he's been forced into these Apriamashvili. He's been forced into these kind of half chances, half openings, and no really other option if he doesn't want to get dispossessed.
Now looking to double his advantage is Rentao. There were options available. Just wonder if this game has gotten away from Apriamashvili just a little. I mean, we haven't seen enough of him so far in the first 70 minutes of this game.
Yeah.
And
He's just been out possession, isn't he?
He's
just been dominated.
Seems to be bossing it, yep. Chance to show something now, though. Apriamashvili galloping forward with Marcus Rashford. But again, there's just a little bit of cutting edge missing, you feel, maybe, from Apriamashvili. 15 minutes to go.
Ah, that's beautiful.
The combination from Rentao sadly cannot have a chance to go through on goal there. Just overran it, overcooked the pass. But look at the shirts pouring forward here for Rentao. Pedri, controlled strike. Oh, he nestles into the back of the net.
It's a beauty. It's been building and it's been coming, though, hasn't it? It is, Harry. It's been coming, hasn't it? Like there's just too much pressure. There's too many opportunities for him to make runs. So, what an unbelievable result here it is.
It is unbelievable.
Number 8,
Rentao, in a live event scenario, he looks like a different player. Of course, he qualified for the AC Milan finals, if memory serves as well, back in December, but really flattered to deceive, playing from home in Brazil. But here, in a live event environment, he says, I'm here.
He's here and he's ready.
Look at this.
He's got, how many celebrations does he have?
He's emoting.
Yeah.
He's stuck on loop there with his celebrations. Great to see him having fun on the stage.
Yeah, he's enjoying them, and that's what it's all about. But he's just had so much. He's just had so much. Like, there's a load of patience on the ball. There's a waiting for the runs to come, waiting for those chances to open up. And in fairness, Apriamashvili, he's just been struggling to kind of make any inroads in this game. He's he's putting balls in that don't really. He's kind of waiting on a mistake, really, and you will get mistakes happening and you will benefit from them, as we've seen already today on the whole stream. But sometimes you can only get those when you're really being pressured into a situation where you're making mistakes a bit more often, and he just hasn't pushed the pace enough today. It's been a comfortable performance so far from Rentao.
Yeah, Renato looking very comfortable and happy to be back in Barcelona. And as you said, I think you're absolutely right. Apriamashvili needs to be a learning experience for him.
Yeah. He's disappointed. You can see it in him there. He's disappointed, but I feel when he looks back at this, he probably has given just too much respect on the midfield area, and that can be very, very hard when you start to get dictated to there. And now it's just shutting up shop.
Number 6, Rafinha.
Oh, the latest goal scored by Rentao.
Number 8.
putting himself 2-0 up against
Number 9.
Ucha Apriamashvili.
Rashford. Coming on the field. Number 18.
And it will be,
Robert
no doubt, with
Lewandowski.
how little time is left on the clock here, a big 3 points going back to the Brazilian. And well, he wants not just 3 points, but 3 goals. And he's gotten his wish. That is special.
He's going crazy off stream. He's going crazy here. He's happy. He's happy, Harry, but I think it's his simple goal. It's his most simple goal that he scored. It's a lob ball over the top. Gets a bit lucky through the legs, and then it's just a simple finish. But there's the explosion we talked about. Now he knows he has it in his bag. He's another celebration on lock for us here. And there it is, the outburst of emotion.
I think part of that is relief.
Yeah.
Knowing the 3 points are in the bag, he's back in his element. There must be an element of doubting yourself when you win a world championship, you go through the award ceremonies. He was heavily accoladed in Brazil, got to go to black tie events, had a huge award ceremony where he was gifted a big award, and then after last season, really, again, just failing to achieve the heights of the previous year. I think knowing he's now back in person, knowing that beast is still within him,
Oh, it's in with him.
I think it is just pure relief. And Rentao will take the 3 points. Respect shown as always between him and Apriamashvili.
That's what it's all about. I mean, you have the emotion, but the respect is still there. You know, you have the emotion there. And you can see with him here, he's just, literally, you could make as many gifts as you want out of his celebrations here. But I do think that there is a bit of relief there when it just dawned on him, yeah, look, I'm actually winning this. And it's not just a win, it's actually a very comprehensive win as well. Like, he did control. You look at the stats there, no shots on target, 65% possession, 94 passes compared to 35. That's a big result for Rentao.
Indeed it is. Rentao back on fine form after going 2-0 up and then drawing 2-2 with Jamor and elsewhere in the group during our first heat of matches. This goal set him on the path in which he never really looked back from. That nice run inside from Lamine Yamal was kind of the catalyst, if you will.
Yeah.
The catalyst to springboard him forward and keep maintaining possession, maintaining his dominance, and well, he never really looked back.
He's having fun as well while he's doing it, which I like to see. And that's, yeah, you are right, Harry. I mean, he just completely controlled that game. I know it's easy, you know, sit here and criticize, like we wouldn't do that, but I just think Apriamashvili, I think he knew it himself. He doesn't need to be told. I just feel like he never got into that game at all. He never had a standing in that game. That's not taken away from Rentao, you know, with the class he showed. But some of the decisions he probably made, he's probably thinking to himself, listen, I need to do a little bit better there. I need to be a little bit more composed when I do have the ball, or maybe try and press up when I don't have the ball. But as we've kind of said, and we'll say it all day, it's easy talk about it. I mean, these are the guys that are playing. They're playing for a reason. They're all insanely skilled, but it just sometimes isn't your day. So that's what happens. You see here.
Oh, I love Rentao. I love Rentao. Something tells me he's been watching too much TikTok with the amount of dances that he's been coming out with.
But he's planned. They're definitely orchestrated.
There is the third of three. That time, Lewandowski scoring the third, which also secures the 3 points. Rentao 3, Apriamashvili 0, and a final round of celebrations. I'm not sure I understood this one. Tentatively grasped the other ones, but he is in fine form here in the group stages.
He's just in free flow state now. He's making up his own stuff, I think, at this stage. He's just enjoying himself. He's loving life, and his confidence is grown by the game as well. So it's a huge result, in fairness.
Indeed it is. So Rentao with the 3 points. A huge statement, really, in this group. Apriamashvili, though, with work to do, most definitely moving forwards. What can we say, really, Barry? I mean, I think it will be worrying for everyone else seeing Rentao find that form, seemingly anyway so far, from 2024.
Yeah. Well, when you do have that expectation on you, like, you do have to kind of you do have to go into the competition. It does bring a different expectation because you don't want to let yourself down, but you also know that people are going to be watching you a little bit closer to see how you perform for future on in the competition. But I think he's answered a lot of those questions here on the stream game, and I do think that, you know, if he's going to win this, he's going to be tested. He's going to have difficult moments in games, but it's how he actually kind of stays true. And, you know, we're always going to get a couple of like little outbursts with him like that we love to see as well. But behind that, there's a steeliness to him as well, and, you know, a real competitor in him as well. That he is a very clever player that people probably don't. You know, doing these cute celebrations might disarm you a little bit, but he's steely. Like he knows what he's doing a lot of the time. That's why he's a champ before, so he could be again.
He could well be again. He's well on his way after this performance. How far can he go though? Just purely because, I mean, it's been a long time since he won in Ginza at the Konami HQ. Also, thinking back to Manchester United last year, he faces, I mean, it was a three-man group because of unfortunate circumstances back then, but the two other players that were in his group on that occasion are also in his group here. So with the amount of time that's been kind of between the round 4 and this club event finals event, surely most of that must be psychological, and you have to steady yourself. How far can he go?
I think he can go all the way if he keeps playing like this. Obviously, it's still early days in this competition. We still have to see other players, and it can switch, and it will switch probably. But I mean, when you've got a previous champ, right, and the confidence starts growing and you start enjoying the game, you can overlook a few frustrations, you can overlook a couple of things that are going against you, and then if you actually start to get into a bit of a free flow state with it, it's a dangerous proposition. As you said earlier, and we talked about, you just mentioned there, rivalries play a big part in it as well. Will there be a little bit of fireworks between, you know, previous players that he would have, you know, known very, very well? That does bring out a different side. You know, he didn't know much about Machiavelli, so that kind of stood to him in that game, I think. But does the fear factor come in a little bit when he hasn't taken that step since 2024?